was a long day.
Just doing some housekeeping.
Have
Everybody
we started
ready?
yet?
No.
No. Good. Perfect.
Good to know that my voice is nice and crystal clear on the stream.
What?
Yeah. It's stream has started. It's like
People giving you
the
comments.
feedback. No comments.
No
It's
comments.
just trying to negotiate YouTube stream system, which is mildly irritating, but it's fine.
Yeah, you're using YouTube stream.
Yep. Because Twitch
No
is
more
not
Twitch?
good for blind people.
What do you mean?
It's not friendly at all. Like the people that I speak to who are sight
Fine.
impaired are like, we don't know how to negotiate Twitch. There's no CC. We don't know what's going on. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, is YouTube
Oh,
better? And they're like,
I
yes,
never knew
YouTube is
I
better.
never knew we swapped.
Do you
Yeah.
do both or just one?
One. I would rather go with the one that is more friendly and accessible to people than the one that is not.
Yep. Makes sense. I
Yeah.
just figured you might be doing both.
No, to do that, I need double the bandwidth.
Ah, yeah, that makes
Oh.
sense.
Yeah. YouTube does sound a lot better than Twitch.
Ah, good. Okay. We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Kawans. It's me, Little Cat, on a lovely Tuesday night to bring you Immortal Part 1 with the rest of the gang. In session 43, the gang managed to stall the Prima from leaving by letting Wendigo fall to pieces in real time. The Prima finally apprehended with fanfare. The team decided to leave anonymously to get some rest and maybe take stock of the situation at hand. The night of rest comes and goes. They wake up, and last we left the heroes, they walked into Fantasy Club Med to see their families and friends, while a changed Wendigo headed to his room inside the Aegis' main building. We're going to get to Wendigo later. Also, for the current situation, since Joe is indisposed, we're going to say that he is with his character is in Fantasy Club Med, but has been sequestered away to have conversations with his betrothed. Who would like to start, as all of you, sans Wendigo, are looking at this sort of pristine, quiet, calm situation compared to where you came from last night? There's sounds of children just having fun somewhere in the foresty backdrops, but you don't really see anyone else in the main square, so to speak.
Did you say that Gunnlaug's friends were hanging out somewhere nearby? At last session, I
Probably
think.
you don't see them
Okay.
from your eye view, but you can guess they're probably either inside the house or they're probably mostly inside the house.
Okay. Gunnlaug is gonna tell the group that I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go catch up, and she'll head off to find her fam bam.
Okay. You'll find them sitting around. There's a lot of kicking of the floor out of boredom. Um, Another person's like practicing pretend fighting stances. One guy is sort of still lounging in bed. Max is running around just doing random things, helping Gun. But the energy there is tenuous. You can tell they're getting bored. Your mother turns around and goes, "Oh, you're back."
Yeah, yeah, I am. It went uh well, I think.
She
Kind of.
studies you, and then she sort of goes to you and she touches your face.
Nice.
No, no injuries.
Not not me, at least.
That's good, but also your friends and I are getting restless. We do have a life outside of here. This
I
is
think you can go back soon. I'm pretty sure. We just need to kind of debrief and clarify some stuff. And I think your immediate danger is hopefully over.
she nods. I'm not going to ask until you feel ready to tell me. She looks at you with that face only a mom can give.
I'm not allowed to tell you
She
clearly.
nods.
Mm.
Um, and then your friends sort of around you. Hang on, as I pull up their names because be terrible. Uh,
Friend number one, friend number two.
I only know Max because Max is awesome.
Yes.
Kine.
Yeah.
Kine is the one that was kicking the floor mostly while Tanner is practicing his sword moves. Tobias is the one in bed, sort of lounging around, draped. He does drape a lot.
It checks out.
Yeah. Um. So you don't hear much from Tobias, but you hear Kine sort of grumble occasionally as you talk to your mom.
I'll just kind of like look at her, give her a little sign that kind of shows I'll fill you in later. Kind of thing. Like when mom is not here listening to everything we're saying.
She grumbles like you hear the kicking lessons. Um, but you also see Kine come into the picture while you're having this conversation with your mom. Max is in some kind of frilled apron, feeling very comfortable with themselves in a pot of tea. Like
Mm.
this is the most motherly you've seen Max. Like everybody is
Oh,
super relaxed. And it's the kind of relax that is disconcerting because none of you had had time to sit and think and breathe.
ever. Okay.
You, especially, and your gang, you've lived in the lows for so long that not doing anything feels like torture. You know this.
Yeah, the hustle is real.
Kine
Look, I know
sits
you're
next to you.
probably feeling a little cooped up. I'm
A, a little?
sorry. I'm sorry it's like this, okay? Better than the alternative, right?
I mean, it's not like we can go out and police the area. Everything is too pristine here.
Well, did you go hang out with those poor orphans maybe that need some help? I don't know.
She gives like her eyebrow raises and she's like, "Do I look like a person who plays with kids?"
I mean, it'd be really fun to see though. I don't know, maybe you can recruit them.
I'm not arguing with the three ladies. I'm gonna just call them witches because they're like a trinity, and they're always surrounding the kids. And then there's the tiny gnome. I think her name was Lily. She's scary. She terrifies me.
Okay, okay. I don't know, I haven't met really.
Like she's
We're
she's
okay.
just got this energy, like she knows, you know.
Uh-huh. It's really really good to see you guys. Oh my god, I think the worst of this is over. I think you can go home soon.
You hear a grunt from Tenor, and then you hear stirrings from the drapery in the room. You hear a foot drop onto the ground, and you think the drapery is starting to slither into the living room, just nonchalantly. What are the rest of you guys doing? Bosk, Morgana?
Um, I am gonna put my things back in the house room, and then if Normandy's wait, I'll check for mushrooms. It's only been one night, shouldn't be too bad. And then
Uh,
go to the forest, I suppose.
the room that you have given for Normandy's occupation you think should have less mushrooms. It's actually quite a lot. And they're mostly bioluminescent.
Ah, yes, his night lights.
His night lights, yes. But otherwise you don't see anything that's terrifying to look at, oozing, or poisonous.
Okay, very good. Acceptable.
Okay. You guess that they're somewhere outside with the children.
Yeah, I put my things down and do a bit of a stretch and go relax in the forest. Don't get many opportunities to do such things.
You walk outside and you find yourself a quick walk to a stream. The children are playing there barefoot. Normandy is just bouncing from one side of the stream to another, occasionally sampling mushrooms? Question mark that exists here. You hear him
I
say,
see.
you can eat everything. You can eat everything."
Very good.
Then
Are adults around?
yes, there are the three ladies that Morgana has put in charge of the children, and there is also Lily, just sitting and watching the children, occasionally smiling. Sometimes she picks the smaller ones up on her lap, and she tells a little bit of a story and lets them go on their merry way. She seems to be having a conga line of children who want to hear stuff before they get
Ah,
bored and run away.
I see. Um, Out of character, we haven't decided on what time to meet Ephes, have we?
No,
And
as
now
far
is like
as you know,
morning-ish.
now is definitely morning. Let's just say you took barely half an hour
Like
to
we
get here.
woke
It
up, we
was
didn't eat breakfast, we just
yeah,
zooped over because we were like, oh, we'll have breakfast at Club Med, it's already
yep.
paid for.
hmm
Okay.
You can definitely find some food. You can imagine some food from the magical cupboard if you wanted to.
Yes, yes. Okay, I'll go check on the someone who is not currently occupied, like one of the just watchers.
That would be one of Morgana's
Yeah,
ladies.
yeah, yeah.
It is the very solemn one. She's just standing with her hand clasped in front of her, watching her glasses sort of tilted over her nose, like a reading glasses kind of thing. They're too small for her face.
Mhm. I approach. How well lit is the forest? Is it like
It
quite bright or is
it's
it
quite
too
bright.
much canopy?
Imagine a sort of Disney-esque foresty sort of situation where it's perfectly lit. There are birds singing. You hear cicadas.
Hmm.
There's
Excellent.
no there's no threatening auras anywhere.
Okay. I approach
She sees
and
you and she goes,
yes.
"Ah, um, you must be Dr. Busk."
Yes. Well, we're all back from our job. Took not as long as we thought.
That's good.
How's everything been?
The children have. Hang on. Do you know where Miss Morgana is, or has she retired to her room? I know
Um,
she does a lot of
where did
studying.
Morgana go?
Morgana
Morgana.
would have also made her way to find the kids.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna say
She
Morgana.
should be here shortly. I think she had to
Right.
just put her things down.
I'll just give you the brief anyway, and then I can tell her again. The children seem to be fine. There are no allergies. They seem to be having fun here, and they're very occupied.
I look at them playing in the stream.
Like
Hmm.
kids doing kid things, especially when these kids were formerly in the cold all the time
Yeah,
and not having enough food. They are thriving right now.
yes. These kids have never played in a forest in their life.
They have never played in the forest
They've never seen a
safely.
forest.
Exactly. They're like, what is this Disney bullshit?
They live in a cold place with snow and rocks.
Not in a million years will we be will we have ever been able to take them into any place like this. The little creature we call Normandy.
Yes,
He's
has he been? Have they been behaving?
he. They seem to be fine. Actually, they're teaching the children which mushrooms are safe, which is all of them at the
Yes.
moment,
Yes.
and they seem to be putting up with the children very well. Actually,
I
to the
nod.
point where
Do I know how old Normandy is?
nobody knows how old Normandy is.
I'm not sure how old they are themselves. Hmm. Strokes chin.
Have you tried asking?
No, actually, I haven't.
Um, she looks to ask the question, but she also sees Normandy now with three other kids poking at like this bulbous fat frog on the floor.
With a
The
stick.
frog with a stick. The frog is very visibly irritated by this, but is not doing anything. It's like
Yes,
four
that's
giant
what
predators
grows.
looming over it, poking it with a stick. It's like, you know what? It's chill. It's chill. It's like, I don't want to move. I don't want to die.
It's like slowly inflating itself, trying to look more threatening.
It's like every so often you will hear,
I think Discord cut off the sound that you made because it
it's
was
a high
too
pitched
loud and or
squeak.
high pitched.
It's
Yes.
a hybrid squeak. Angry frog squeak.
Mm,
She
I have the perfect image for that.
yes. I think we know the one. The little
she's
wrinkly thing.
angry.
Oh,
Excuse me.
I'm just
That
gonna
frog is
Where is
high.
it from?
copy. I'm just gonna put it in
Legends of Runeterra.
the
This
thing.
frog licked
Oh.
itself and got high. That's
Oh
right.
yeah,
the
this is the real
pokey
stuff.
stick. Yes, cat recognizes League of Legends art.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, she looks back at you just as Morgana comes through the brushes. Morgana, you see a beautiful sight. You have not seen the children this happy in a long time. The comparable way the children are interacting with the situation is when they are one-on-one with you. You know they love them. You know they love you a lot. And right now they also love this area.
Oh.
One of them runs to you, a little girl with ponytails. She is maybe she's very snaky features. She goes, Miss Morgana, I got a
Yeah.
leaf. Do you want it? She holds up like a maple like looking leaf and she passes it to you.
I take a look at it to humor the girl.
Thanks for bringing us here. I really like it. I really like it. Are we staying here for a really long time?
We'll have to see. Where's then I look around for my right hand lady. Her name is Min. Where's Miss Min?
Minutes over there. She points to like a decent ways away. You do at the side of your eye see the other one, the more prim and proper one, talking to Dr. Busk. And then with a grab of your hand, the little girl walks you through to Min. Min goes, "Oh, you're back. Good.
Is something the matter?
No, none at all. Actually, I'm a little bit worried because the children are getting." She leans to whisper into your ear, "Quite attached to this place."
Oh, so fast? Wait, how many days has it been?
One.
One.
Bruh, it's kids. Ugh.
Kids, man.
They want to stay forever.
I mean,
Wait.
you give them Disney World.
You took them to paradise. Let's be honest. They came from the slums, and you just took them to the nicest place with no worries.
There is now a ruckus with the frog gang as Frog is lifted from the ground up high. It is now 1 meter high as Normandy places it atop their head. And the children are now looking at Normandy as if he's some kind of god. And then, just as quickly as godhood is achieved, it is taken down as a child's hand grabs the frog. And you hear a squeak of protest from the frog.
No, the frog.
Getting squished.
Yeah. And then you see Min sort of quickly rush to them and scoop the frog away and let it go.
Aww. Maybe let them play.
You shouldn't do that
The frog would
to
have died.
defenseless animals. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean it. He's just so cute. Still,
Shakes her head.
the frog is bouncing away. Say goodbye to Mr. Frog and say sorry. The frog is slowly going further and further away as the child turns around and goes, "Oh, sorry, Mr. Frog. Also, bye. Let's go, Normandy." He grabs Normandy and they bound off to a different location to harass more forest creatures. Min goes back up to you. Yeah, they're getting a little bit attached to wildlife and everything here that doesn't exist in Bror. It's gonna be jarring when we go back. Are we going back?
I'm not sure for now. We have to see how it goes. I think we'll be having a little talk about this later. In the meantime, is there anything else to report?
They're very healthy. They're being fed amazing food. Maybe too amazing. I've had to stop some of the children from going to the magical food cabinet and willing chocolates and other various forms of candy. We put a sort of barrier so they can't open it anymore. She looks a little bit concerned and amused by the kids' antics. You don't need an insight check to also tell that she truly wishes they could stay here.
Anybody would.
Would you like to sit around? We have a picnic set up over there. And then she points and you see a beautiful patchwork brown and green quilt on the ground. On top is a banquet of various sandwiches, cakes, some drinks. You think looks like strawberry, rose, it's red.
Is Dr. Boss still around?
Yeah, Busk. You see Morgana across from you, and you're having a conversation about odds and ends with the other lady who I can't remember the name of. We'll call her Lady.
I am there.
So when she asked that, I looked at Boss and was like, do we have any? Do we know what time we're gonna meet at this, or do
I
we have time
give
to?
you a nod in like hello, and then no, I don't think we've scheduled anything yet.
Then I.
We should probably meet up with the others and send her a message of some kind.
Just as you say that, all of you hear a message go into your brain. Good work. Take a few days off as we work with the rest of the noble families to address the situation. Speak later for debrief.
Ah, I guess we do have time to enjoy the picnic. Gestures to Dr. Boss to come sit with us.
Yes, I join the friends and watch the children and have a day off. Wahoo. I guess we will. I'll reply to the message. Can we reply to the message, or
Yep.
is it just like a notice? Okay.
You can reply.
All right. All right. We'll gather up and meet for the debrief sometime after lunch then.
you don't hear anything in response to that, and you assume that it has been acknowledged. Gunnlaug,
Yep,
you
yep.
also hear this message right in the middle of everybody causing a ruckus and just being glad you're back, and your mom is making more waffles. It is breakfast time.
Ah,
But
Oh,
you
great.
also find several jars of various jams and preserves on the table. Like, you've never seen this many jams before. But you
is my
also
mom going
recognize,
overboard?
yeah, you also recognize that these jams are from each and every one of your people's imaginations. Like maybe they have heard of it, like a orange, or a concoction that you never knew existed. And you sort of look at each and every one of their faces and you're like, who did this? Who did this abomination?
Fuck did this bullshit. What is this?
You ask the question and immediately you see a shrug, mostly from uh Toby. And he's like, I don't know. It was interesting in my head.
What was it meant to be?
Well, I was thinking of apple pie, and then I thought of chocolates, and then cinnamon, and
What?
then I thought I love
All at the
cinnamon
same
so
time?
much.
What is this?
It's you smell it, and it smells insanely of cinnamon, and it overpowers everything else.
How did you mess up a cabinet that brings you whatever food you can imagine?
That's kind of the problem. When you imagine things too hard, it gives you exactly that.
Uh-huh.
At least there's no poop.
Wait, did you try?
Everybody looks at Tanner.
Oh,
Tanner shrugs.
yep. So, okay, I just got a message that it'll be a few days and then hopefully it'll be over. But I'll be here to hang out and debrief and spend holiday time. I think that's what the rich people do.
Your mom nods and acknowledges this, and then she goes, actually, would be nice to speak to some of your new friends.
Yes. Actually, Mom, I kind of wanted to talk to you about that as well. Um, guys, can we have a moment?
Here, she takes you by the hand, and then both of you sort of go outside where there is a beautiful bench that overlooks the main square where all of you entered, but right now there's nobody. It's quiet, you don't see anyone else. It
This
looks
guy.
to be 11 o'clock here,
Yeah.
but you know
Yes.
it's not. She sits down next to you, puts her hand on your hand, and then puts another hand to sort of gently sort of ensconce your hand in private like mom things, hashtag mom things.
Mom thinks, yes. Look,
You
I
feel comforted.
I kind of like the people that I've been spending time with, but I don't know how much I want you guys to kind of meet the stuff here that needs to be separate. Um, but aside from that, one of my new friends in this last mission, I think he had a very, very rough time growing up, and I think he kind of had to revisit a lot of that rough stuff recently. And I know that, well, you've been always been helpful for everyone here, for Max and Keena and Toby when they didn't have such great times. And what do I do? How can I help?
When you brought back Max, Toby, Kine, whoever it is, bandaged, bruised, battered, emotionally, physically, Max especially, I couldn't but be a mother. Just like, actually, no. I couldn't not be a living, breathing, empathic creature.
I know.
I understand how you're feeling. Has which one is this?
The really big hairy one.
He's very stoic. I
Yeah, I
never put it
wonder
past him.
if that might have been a learned response now that I'm thinking about it.
He nods.
I
I
think
don't want to pry as to what he may have told you.
nothing, and I think that's part of the problem. We're kind of like some things came out, and I've been kind of piecing it together a bit, and then he started opening up a tiny, tiny bit, and then all of a sudden he just shut it all off and pretends like he doesn't really know us.
She looks shook mildly. She is sort of scared
Look,
for him, you think.
yes, it's all really new, and I don't know if he just needs to take a step back and he'll be ready when he's ready, or if I just go in and pry, or I don't know. At
I
least
can only tell
ask the
you
right questions.
what I want to do right now, which is go to him and sit with him and try and speak, or at least waffles worked for me, and clearly for all of you. She laughs.
You know?
But
You know?
where is he now? Hello?
Did I
Sorry,
drop?
Sha, you cut off.
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
We can
Okay.
hear you again.
Okay, where did I cut off?
To go spend time with Wendigo.
Okay. I want to spend time with Wendigo because that is what I feel like doing. And bring waffles or snacks. It works on all of you. But
Us, it works.
I don't know him as much as I know you. You're my daughter, and by default, all your friends are my children.
Do you want to come? Do you want to come meet him?
I am going to tell you honestly that I have tried to cross whatever threshold, but it just brings me back here.
Oh.
This place is too pristine.
Yeah. I think the point is that you are not meant to see what else is here.
I guess that. And then she looks at the anklet.
I'm sorry that all this is happening.
Well, I'm assuming it's because you want us safe.
Uh-huh.
Where is
Yes.
the big fella?
Did Wendigo go to his like room in the actual, or like go towards the actual like private rooms that we had, or is he at Club Med?
He was going back to the room, not Club Med.
Okay.
But
Did
the
he
last thing he needs
mention?
is to encounter a kid right now.
Yeah. Did he
Right.
mention anything before he sort of disappeared by himself, or was it like Batman disappear, shadow kind of thing?
I mean, you guys have the map anyway.
Yeah.
Nah, he wouldn't have said anything. He would just walk off.
Linking away.
Gunnlaug, you
Maybe
do
I'll
realize
bring
that
him
he
over.
didn't mention anything before leaving, and you didn't even realize he left. You assumed that he was in the area, but now you question yourself, and your mom sort of looks at you and goes, "I think you should go find him."
Okay. Will you help me make some waffles that I'll bring?
There's 10. I can make some more, but I think you're going to
Okay.
have to help. And whip up
Okay.
your friends. They should help as well. Toby has been just
Yeah.
lying there like a sheet.
I am not surprised. I mean, they're all secretly a little bit scared of you because you are all their freaking mom. You could just whip them into shape.
I know, but this is the first time he's not trying to schmooze me. And it's
Did you
very
see how
strange.
cute Max looked in the little apron? They look so cute.
Sweetheart, I think I'm going to have to actually adopt Max, and you will have another brother. Sister. Max. You'll have another Max. Max. She confuses herself for a while,
Me,
and
Max.
you see her eyebrows sort of like, how do I? And then she gets up, and you realize that she is sort of going towards the kitchen to start making more waffles.
All right, perfect. I will grab the stack that she already has made.
While
And
this is happening, Wendigo, you make your way to the room. Tell me what you have thought about the room to sort of prepare it for you. Wendigo,
Well, Wendigo enters the room and it's completely blank, white.
is it lit?
No, it's blank as in there's nothing in it.
You expected it to represent yourself right now, and it does. You don't recognize any walls. You don't see any windows. You see vaguely what could be a ceiling. You definitely feel a floor. It smells sterile. There's not much in here. And your breath is amplified. There's nothing.
He walks in, sits down in the middle of it, and lies down.
Your breathing is in staccato, is in waves. And it's the only sound that you sort of use to carry you from moment to moment. And eventually, even that mellows out into just a cavernousness of ennui, of nothing, of existence. What is? It feels like hours because of the lack of light, the lack of stimulation. It feels like you've gone to sleep, but you haven't. You're still lucid. You hear in your mind's ear the sound of the music box. You don't even have it open in front of you right now. You know where it is, but you don't need it open. You also hear the child, his voice. But there's no warmth. No warmth that you remember anyway. There's mild contempt you remember from the voice. You didn't look up. You didn't look at the child. But there was no familiarity there.
Back where it started. With nothing.
Make me a wisdom saving throw to your DC.
Oh,
Oh, you managed to not pull yourself into more despair as you think of the party that you have now. What use are they? What use are you? Why are you here? Why are you tolerated? Those are the questions you ask yourself, and the DM, would like Wendigo to sort of try and wrestle with these questions and try to answer them.
and this is when it speaks up. When You have lost everything. You are truly free. Free to do what? Anything we ever wanted.
That voice, does it feel to Wendigo the shell, as he likes to call himself, or he alludes to being? Does it feel like it's pushing Wendigo, or does it feel like it's enabling Wendigo's more basic instincts?
He's not sure at the moment, but it's definitely pushing something. And he goes, "We. When was it ever a we?"
You say the words
When?
we, and that word resonates through the room, question mark. There's no walls, but the sound resonates.
When you listened to your instincts, when we needed us. You were jealous.
The words jealous does not whisper, does not resonate. It's just loud. It encompasses you. It holds your head. It feels like pressure. The whispering voice inside you feels like it's pushing against that pressure. Like it's denying that jealousy. But is there a grain of truth?
Jealous of what? Did you think it would last forever?
It feels like hours. It feels like days as you sit with that question. It whines in your head. The voice doesn't speak, but you remember it asking you, did you think it would last forever? Did you think? Did you think? Did you think? And it always circles down to who you kept around you, who allowed you to stay. Do they allow you to stay? Who are they to let you stay? Gunnlaug, you've made a pretty parcel with stacks of food, essentially. It's not just waffles there. You remember Wendigo also liked the sausages from the chicken, everything. Everything that could possibly be carried on a wheelbarrow. You are now pushing it towards the direction given to you by the map.
I'll do
Do
a
you
sending to Bosk and just let her know that I'm gonna go uh, look after Wendigo, and she knows where to find us if she needs us or anything.
does Busk reply to this?
What time is it?
Early.
Evening, probably.
I guess the reply will be understood. We'll see you after lunch. I don't think he needs crowding right now. So you alone will probably be for the best.
You
And
hear
I bring my
this.
wheelbarrow of food.
You're just like, wheelbarrow time. You
Yeah.
push it and slowly you reach a door. This door though doesn't you don't recall there being a hallway with just one simple door. The door isn't as ornate as all the other doors that you had before as your room. And when I say ornate, I don't mean like it's got filigree and stuff like that. Like it just you expected a simple hotel like door, but what you see is like a back door, a nondescript stuff only kind of feel to it.
Mm.
It's menacing and empty in a way.
Blank.
It's too simple. It's cold.
Oh boy. Is the door unlocked? I don't knock.
You
Gunnlaug doesn't
you
knock. She just goes in.
you don't know yet. Wendigo from inside, after what feels like days, months, maybe, you're wrestling with the thought of emptiness, of whatever it is the whispering thing tells you. You hear a wheel outside your door. You hear the wheel pause, and then you hear the door open, flooding this cavernous room with an amount of light. Somehow, the light that filters in through from the door does not affect the room in a way that you think. It should be brighter, but the room is absorbing the light. The room is denying the light. Gunnlaug, it's dark.
Wendy on the floor.
Just lying there, looking up at the ceiling.
Oh boy. And it's not my room, so I can't just imagine some pillows or anything, can I?
No,
Can I? Is like any other rooms with my kind of door nearby?
you imagine your room, and it does open up a door opposite to this room.
Okay. Can I prop the wheelbarrow to like prop the door open, and I'm just gonna go get some pillows.
Yes, you grab a bunch of
Real
pillows from
big
your room.
soft blankets and pillows. And I'm just
Whatever
gonna
you need was
take
in that
away.
room.
Good. And just some comfort items kind of things. Like some small pillows, some big pillows, and blankets.
You
And
see at the corner, and you didn't think of this, but the room has given you a tiny stitch doll that looks vaguely of your mother.
oh, I will take that as well. And I imagine I I want like some of my books be there as well, and I'll take them.
There are an amount of books. You feel your hands sort of pile up, and you have to do maybe 2 trips.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the
Close
door
the
is propped
door,
open.
go in. It's really dark, but that's okay. I can see in the dark. And I'm just gonna like throw like a blanket over Wendigo and just lie down next to him. Put a pillow next to him so he can put his head on it if he wants to, and I'll just gonna lie down and look up at the ceiling next to him.
Wendigo, there is Gunnlaug next to you. There's also the smell of food, sustenance. Not anything specific, just sustenance. When was the last time you ate?
Hero's feast.
He doesn't remember. In his mind, the images are flashing past of deer caught in the woods, headlights, of hunts, of various things.
The hunt triggers a reflex in you. Um, and make a con save. You feel hungry. Images of the hunt also brought about the smell of blood. The iron fills your nose. It's not real. but it's there.
He turns to face Gunnlaug and he's just staring.
Gunnlaug, you're met with black pools.
Oh,
That
white
is eyes.
actually.
Oh, white eyes, like white.
Does it look like he like even sees her or recognizes that she's there?
Wendigo?
They are bearing into her.
I'll just take his hand at the same time and just look back and say that we're not alone. I'm here. Not going anywhere. Just tell me what you need when you're ready.
What do you want? What do you want?
Do I hear the second voice? Like a
Yes.
whisper? I want to talk to my friend.
What friend? What friend?
The one who is not Wendigo. I think.
We are Wendigo. We are Wendigo.
Well, yesterday you said that it is Wendigo and you're the husk.
Yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday. I well, I suppose I could talk to either of you, but I want to know what you're thinking and how you're doing, and I want to help you.
Help.
What friends do.
Never had one. Never.
And that's not true because you have at least one now.
Did you think it would last forever? Did you think?
I didn't really think about it. I thought it would be longer than this. I mean, it is longer than this. You're still my friend. That hasn't ended.
You have your obligations. Obligation.
For what? What's that got to do with anything?
Go to them.
They're fine. I am where I intend to be right now.
What will get you to leave?
I know physical removal probably, but I mean, I'll just come back in again. You can lock the door, but I've got lockpicks. Maybe if you talk to me about what's going on with you, maybe I'll leave after.
What do you want to know?
Let's start with who am I talking to?
Wendigo.
The Wendigo that I have been traveling with this whole time, or the Wendigo that kind of revealed himself to us yesterday?
Yes. No. No. Yes.
Okay. How how are you doing? You seem really lost.
Back to the beginning. Beginning.
Are you back to the beginning, or is just everything back to the beginning?
Yes. No.
Beginning
No.
of what?
Yes.
Which beginning?
A paw rises and gestures to the room around him. Nothing. Nothing.
It's really good looking. Like, does he look scared? Is he shaking? What's his kind of body language look like?
He looks almost calm.
Like defeated kind of calm, or like,
Inside chat.
okay, okay, okay. I'm good at those. Ah, 16.
It's okay.
See.
Don't have any
Okay.
inspiration.
It's a deceptive calm, of the kind a storm has passed and the eye is here.
So you're just kind of holding everything in. Is that more like it? Or is it too much to just do anything?
There's some delicate counterbalancing going on.
Mm. Why do you want me to leave? Or do you actually want me to leave? Really?
Easier.
That's not an answer. You
Need
said
time.
what for? Just for yourself? Or is something going to happen? Or
Planning.
learning what?
Did you think it would last forever? Did you
I think what would last forever?
think?
You said that it is Wendigo, and that you are the husk, the container, the shell. Well, who do you want to be?
Us. Us.
You want
Can't
to be us?
fight self.
You can't find yourself. Okay.
Fight.
What can I do?
Wendigo sits up at that, the white eye still piercing at her.
They don't look like Wendigo's eyes, do they?
Yes and no at the same time.
Okay.
He's been this intense in certain situations. And he says, "Give me a target." A
I think that's what it wants, actually.
Doesn't matter.
Matters to me.
Sorry, what? What did she last say?
Matters to me.
Give me a target.
What is Wendigo?
We.
What are you?
What is she conveying when she says this?
If Wendigo is sitting up now, she kind of put her hand on his shoulder, just like on the top of close to where the tattoo was. I suppose is what she's trying to ask about. Like, what is this? The second voice. What is it?
He turns slowly and she's aware of the swelling on his back, of the tattoo there. Dimmer than before, still possessing of his own pulsing and light, though not moving.
Who did
Dare
this?
you?
Gunnlaug is both brave enough and dumb enough to do that, and immediately just runs her hand really slowly and very, very gently down the back and down the tattoo.
When she reaches the part that has, well, the tattoo teeth about it, it will nick her, drawing blood.
Um, she'll
Like a
probably be like
pinprick.
slightly startled, but she would 100% pretend like nothing. Like it doesn't, whatever this the thing is, she doesn't want it to see.
Make a
Make either
deception
yeah.
check. Versus Wendigo's insight.
Mm-hmm. For fuck's sake, if I could roll above a 10, that would be nice.
It's one of those.
Oh,
She does a little startle, a little surprise. But yeah, she flinches, but she doesn't move away or move her hand.
it will be worse when we bite. Bite.
Would you bite me? Would you hurt me?
Would you let us?
Oh no. Don't want you to.
Exchange.
Change what?
Touch. Information. Stop.
friends, Wendigo. It doesn't have to be an exchange. They could just be sharing. Do you want to touch?
He'll just turn his back towards her again in the tattoo watching.
Does it look like the tattoo is watching her?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Is this Wendigo?
Yes. Yes.
And it does seem, well, to me at least, it seems like this is separate from who you are. It just seems to be something that's been branded or inflicted onto you. Is that correct?
Gunnlaug, you remember Valerius talking about the tattoo that he has and how somehow this might be related in a significant way, that it taps into the person's power and amplifies it.
Okay. Because I know that Valerius talked about that, but I also know that Gunnlaug has -1 intelligence and didn't understand it.
I would say that Valerius would have explained it to everyone in a way where everyone would have understood,
Somewhat comprehensive.
like a battery kind of thing.
Okay. So it just amplifies what's already there. But I don't know about you, but I can hear two voices speaking to me, and they don't sound like they always agree. Put this on you. Very well, was that?
We were born Earth in Locklear.
In the wilderness?
Family. Winter. Starving. Desperate. Hungry. I lived. We survived. No siblings.
Okay. And have you always had this second voice? Is that something you grew up with? Is that something that's always been there?
We were aware. We knew
Knew
that
that.
each other.
Oh,
But it was always just one.
Okay.
Touch. He motioned to the tattoo again.
She still has her hand on it.
Okay. And it nicks her again. This time it will do damage. DM, how much you think it will do?
What is the intention?
It needs a bit of motivation each time to give out more information.
Gunnlaug, make me wisdom, like a straight wisdom roll with advantage. $16.
Rolled over 10.
It's over 10. It's pretty good. It's okay. Based on how you've interacted with people in the slums, in the lows especially, you know that for everything that you want to learn, you need to give up something else. This seems like that kind of situation. I will allow you to dictate how much blood is drawn when your hand is forcibly being absorbed, for want of a better word. It's like the surface becomes very rough, as if it tries to pierce itself into your hand. So you can choose whether you want to give like a roll a d4 or roll a d6.
I think Wendigo chooses that.
For Wendigo, right now, because of your hunger as well, you sense that the whatever id is controlling the situation right now is baying for blood.
Mm-hmm. I would say it's more dramatic if Gunnlaug chooses.
Yeah, because if Wendigo gives in, he will take all.
Okay.
It's
I
whether
guess
or
it's
not
how long
Gunnlaug.
you let
Yeah,
it
it's
like
whether or not
She'll take
Gunnlaug
silently
will
pull away.
She'll take the
push.
lower and she will tell him, why do you hurt me?
Okay. Wendigo roll a d4.
Okay. Three.
Gunnlaug, you feel the skin become sharp and jagged as it saws its way into your hand. It stings.
That is it Wendigo or is it Shell that wants to hurt me? Or is it both?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Blood. Food. Sustenance. Exchange.
You sure I'm not just feeding Wendigo?
We would not have survived if not for us. We grow strong. Fast. Faster. Had to survive. They did not like it. Stir among monsters. Prepared to kill. We found a buyer. So Did we think it would last forever? Did we think?
Who didn't like it? And what what did you think would last forever?
He motions to the tattoo again.
Why does it have to be an exchange?
Give, take.
You can have because I'm your friend, because it seems like you need it. But I don't want to buy you, Wendigo.
Gotten how it works.
What was that?
Nothing is free, especially the free.
Gunnlaug will just kind of walk around to the front of Wendigo and just look him in the eye and put her hands on his cheeks and give him a little kiss on the forehead. And then she's going to go around and touch his back again.
All right, choose your poison.
D4.
This time it's roll a d4 plus 2.
Okay. Poop.
Gunnlaug, you feel as though the barbs are now digging into you. In real life term, it feels like Velcro. But the other half is your skin, your meat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sounds like it feels like worse than Velcro.
Yeah, it's like if it was a cat's tongue and you were food.
Yeah. You're hurting me. Please don't.
Blood exchange.
Wendigo, I'm going to reach back to when Wendigo was a child, when he first learned tit for tat. You realize that this is hurting your friend who is trying to help you. But somehow this must happen. When was the earliest point in your life where this was impressed upon you?
This would have happened within the family when the instead when his tantrums and stubbornness were slowly being trained and channeled towards the purpose of learning how to systematically hurt others.
You felt the light, friendly kiss on your forehead by Gunnlaug. And this is foreign to you. Make me a wisdom saving throw. But you manage to reject that foreignness, staunch in this idea where for every action there must be consequence. For everything that you want, you must draw blood. This is justified. For the moment.
I found my second family. The Mordani. Big clan. They had everything. Power, people, positions, possession. I could be one of them if I were willing. It was better than have nothing.
Better than being alone.
Yes, yes.
Then why are you pushing me away now?
I need to think. Plan.
Okay. I will. Let me tell you a little bit about myself then in return. Seems like a better exchange. See, I grew up with my mom and with my brother and with my father, who's also doesn't matter. And we're a small family. And I made some friends. And they didn't always have a good time. And they didn't have very nice families, or some of them not many families at all. So why not just make mine bigger? So I've always done that. You bring people into your family, and it turns out that that's much, much nicer than being alone. And I'm not going to stop doing that. And you're welcome, and you can be part of a family again if you want to.
I eat people.
My mom made you waffles.
Eats more.
Do you also eat waffles? Because my mom made you some.
Make a persuasion check.
Not with advantage in mind. Let me
You
just.
can do it.
Yeah, just need to click the right button. There we go. 22.
Hey.
Waffles.
I got chicken too. I know you like meat. And some lamb and some beef, some sausages.
Wendigo,
That's
make
what
another
the
wisdom save.
wheelbarrow is for.
13. You feel whatever it is inside you retract some of the barbs from Gunnlaug.
Can waffles substitute? Right.
Mm, they can substitute a lot of things. I don't know if it's specifically what you need, but if you really, really need it, I could go get a wheelbarrow of things from the freezer for you.
Later. Questions? Do you plan to stay?
Say we're here, like in this room, or like what?
Ages. Ages.
I think so, yeah.
Why?
So I think, I hope, and I think that we have succeeded in making some good change, and I'm at least willing to stick around for long enough to see if it's working. And if I were to leave, I think I'd ask you if you want to come with.
I want to go back. Lock clear. See if I can start right.
Like go there and see what's there now, or go there to be there forever? You leaving?
Do we think it will last forever? We think.
I guess I hope to be longer than this. Feels like we're just getting started.
He stands up and walks over to the waffle tray. Have you eaten?
I could always eat more waffles.
Hmm. He pulls the tray into the room and sits down again.
Wendigo, tell me if the situation in the room has changed. Has it gotten any lighter? Has the echoes reduced?
there's more shape to it now. Like in order to accommodate the tray, it had to have a certain grooves into the floor. And when he sits down, there's a place to do so. Like there's a deformity that allows him to sit down. Maybe a place for Gunnlaug too.
Gunnlaug, you should feel pleased with yourself that there is some change compared to when you first came in. When the door opened, the light didn't seem to be swallowed up as much.
What do you hope to find in Locklear if you go there?
Right. Family.
You want help?
Must try.
Yes. Do you want help?
Need a target. Big target.
What for?
Hunt.
Do you have to hunt and kill? Could you not? I mean, there's a freezer here full of body parts. Will that not do? Does it have to be fresh?
Hunt. Feed. Bring. Show. Try. Offer.
I don't understand.
He points to the waffle tray and everything on it. You lead with stomach. Feed.
Mm.
I can try.
But you can try what?
The same.
Oh, I see. I guess that makes a sort of sense. Doesn't change my question. Do you need help if you go there? Do you need help?
Wendigo's thoughts go back all the way from his planning to the white dragon to the frost worm. Maybe.
Okay. Can we try to work with some time frames and we can go together? The others might come too. Who
Maybe.
knows?
I would like that.
Okay. Is it okay if we tie up some loose ends here first?
Hmm.
You can help me later. Some friends too.
He nods, takes a waffle from the tray, sniffs it, and bites into it. And breaks it into half, passing the other part of the waffle around to the back.
The other, this is back. Just eat the waffle.
You don't want to know.
Gunnlaug absolutely 100% wants to know. She will lean around, like eyes wide, like like big old eyes, just looking, leading around me. Like, wait, what?
Uh, well, Gunnlaug would learn that the thing was capable of biting much more.
Good
She
to
is
know.
fortunate to have not lost any digits.
Good to, very, very good to know.
We're gonna cut back to
Yeah.
Bosk and Morgana, who are having a different, more jovial,
Back to
relaxing
wholesome things.
time at the
We're
stream.
having picnic in the forest. Ho, 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 ho,
Good
ho.
children and Normandy.
Children fall in the river. Oh, ho, ho, ho. So sweet.
Normandy has turned himself into a fat squirrel and is
By
now
eating
just
mushrooms.
using that opportunity to do acrobatics around the children as they try to catch him.
Ah, very good. Much fun.
Morgana, you sort of think back to the boy in the Omni Cathedral. And you start to wonder. And I understand that this is one of the reasons why she's spending so much time with the children and not um studying. Is that correct?
Scribing.
Yeah, scribing. But you also know you have been given the opportunity to sort of rest for a few days. Are you doing anything in particular where the kids are around?
Like, do we with the kids?
Yeah, like are you just watching or are you activity time, coloring, teaching them?
I'm not catching the squirrel. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah, no, not the squirrel. Like there's a group of kids playing with a squirrel, but you are doing your own thing. What I want to
I'm
know
sitting
is
down with the other three, just watching them, making sure that no kids run too far away or fall
mhm.
down, hurt themselves.
Okay, the three women in your employ are all over the place, sort of following the children. One person is doing reading time under a tree further away. One is sort of watching the nonsense that is happening with Normandy, and the last one is attempting to teach the children math and failing.
Who's the one playing with the squirrel?
The squirrel is the third one, which has no name. So there's Min, there's the lady, and then there's the youngest one.
So the one trying to teach math is the one playing the squirrel.
No, the one trying to teach math is the lady, like the prim
Oh,
and proper one. She's the one excited, like, oh, we should put math here.
oh God. Like club math. Club
You know what
math.
these kids would like? Math.
Math.
Mhm.
They need to learn how to
Math
do
homework.
accounting.
They can't have too much fun.
Okay.
They need to understand the books. But yeah,
uh,
so you
yeah.
think back to the child that was contemptuously looking down on all of you yesterday, as if you were there to be a hindrance to his enjoyment of his family time, that you have infringed upon what is not yours.
Um. Hmm. Morgana thinks about who this boy is and how he has suddenly become, or suddenly with the Pope. Gunnar
very.
remembers
Uh-huh.
that a few people was all one asking about what happened. What about the matron? And knowing that there's a few days coming up, she's wondering whether she might want to physically visit her school to ask about all these things instead of just sending.
Since you have access to the teleportation circle, all you need to do is ask somebody for permission to use theirs, and it is easier to do after that. Like, you can just will yourself there if you felt like it. Of course, this helps because you're one of the former students. You're an alma mater.
Yep. As she's thinking about this, she is gazing at a few of the kids that is trying to jump up and down, and thinking to herself, I should really comb their hair.
While you sort of go to one and start brushing their hair, you think of the people that you could possibly contact to assist you.
Yeah.
And you
I
remember
have three, right?
yeah, there's three. You remember Professor Stumney, Brass Dragonborn. She was your evocationary physics teacher, professor. This Professor Stubney was your main thesis coordinator and always very excited to talk to you about this. The second person is Professor Rafika, a scribe etiquette. She wasn't really on hand with and tied in with your education. She was just always around. She helps with the students in the entire school with their writing process, how to all the index and stuff like that. And then you remember in particular a person called Yasinor who was always in your periphery in your class and always tried to be friends with you. And you wonder what happened to her.
How old is Jason now?
She would be around, I was gonna say your age, but no.
Orc is older, or do they have a longer lifetime?
They have a shorter, well, humanish lifetime, so they would be kind of oldish now. Maybe like 49, 54. You're not sure.
Okay. I know that the two professors are still in the uni.
Yep.
They're tenured, but
Yes.
I'm not sure anymore about Isanor.
You definitely don't know what's going on with Yesanor. Like the last time you saw her um was a long time ago. And it was like, go away kind of thing. Let me paint you a scene. You were in the library and she pops by near you with a stack of books and puts it down next to you and sort of waits there for permission, but you never give it to her. So she picks up her book and she leaves. Like, okay.
Ah. Yep. I remember these two and think probably I should give Professors Stumney and Rafika a visit. and probably see whether anyone knows the annoying one.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Easy enough for you to do.
boss is still there, right?
Yeah.
Then Morgana turns to boss and say, any idea how long more we need to stay here, or probably we can do our own thing?
What time is it currently?
Well, you kind
Is
of
it
don't
past
have.
lunch?
Yeah, it's definitely past lunch at this point. You
Okay.
pretty much have the whole day to do whatever you want because you were given like a vague I'll speak to you guys for debrief later from Ethis. And you
Hmm.
assume later could be in the evening.
Okay. Um. Oh. At some point, we should go look for Wendy and the others because Valerius exists also. Um. I'd be much more at ease after knowing what Ethis has to say for us to us.
Not, yes. Morgana then tells boss about her plans. Like, I was just thinking,
Hmm.
since we do have a few days off, I'd like to go back to what's the school name? Ice Root, my old school, to see what's happened to what's her matron's name? Matron
You
lady.
you call her
Prime
matriarch.
matron by a basu or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just wanted to see what's news about her.
Hmm.
You think it's a good idea?
Probably good to bring it up with Ethis. And if you do go, would you be alright going alone?
I think it's fine. I think it's
I'm not
fine. It
sure
is
how
my
safe or dangerous ice route is.
I was fine back then. Not to worry. I'll check with Ethis before I go.
For
I
Morgana, you
nod,
know Ice Root
nod,
to
nod,
be a
nod.
center of learning. You also know that Ice Root is very, very safe. They have their own militia protecting the school grounds. It's a school, but it's also a place to train up and coming people who spend an equal amount of time protecting the country as Raxley.
Mm,
But it's been a while since I've gone back to school. Just in
True.
case things change.
yep, yep.
Never know.
Okay.
I
Morgana continues to brush hair.
keep
The
brushing
the
all the children's hair.
the little
The
girl
ones
is
that are
now.
near, the ones that have messy hair, the ones playing for so many hours that it's all messy, sweaty and like tufts
With
of hair coming out.
sticks in them.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a D100 to see if all the children are completely wrecked.
Oh no.
That's all of them.
It's like
Pick your favorite.
okay, it's not many. Like
Oh,
three
not
of
too
them
bad.
have sticks in their hair. One is completely covered in mud.
12% of them.
Pretty good.
The one you're brushing the hair of is squirming, like the kind of like enough brush, more play.
Oh no.
Nod, nod.
Stay still.
It's
Continues
They're
brushing.
just gonna get messy again.
Okay. Take
you
it. So messy.
you sort of
Play nice.
use like a very
Prestidigitation.
soft
Away with you.
version of like the Vulcan neck pinch, except it's the sit down. I'm gonna brush your hair, and the
You
kid
pick 'em up like a kitten.
stops squirming and immediately understands that okay, fine. The less I squirm, the faster this is gonna be.
Mouse, continue. Eventually all the kids' hairs are neater.
You prestige the mud off one of the kids. They thank you and then go back to where the mud is.
Uh,
Mind you,
Morgana sighs
this is
in
like
exploration.
a tiny turtle kid.
Turtle?
Yeah, it's maybe
Turtle.
like 5 years
They're
old or something like that.
turtle.
The baby. It's a baby. Like 4 or 5.
I realize Cat might not know what a turtle is.
Oh,
I should
Yeah.
it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle looking fella, but baby.
The small tortoise.
Yeah, small humanoid tortoise.
This is an example of a turtle.
But
Oh,
imagine small. He's as big as a
oh,
cat.
it's even cuter.
So you got rid of the mud off that small child, and now the child is going back to the mud like this is my home now.
Hmm hmm
Kids will be kids.
Kids being kids. Um Eventually the sun starts to wane. I'm going to cut
Probably
back.
look for the others now. And
Yeah,
then
if
we
you want.
pull out our map. And we leave.
You see the
Tell
arrows
Normandy
point to the same location.
okay.
Or like they're overlapping each other.
Very good, very good. Easier to find because Gunnlaug did say she was gonna go look for Wendy.
Mm. It has been a really long time though.
Just tell Normandy that I will see him back at the house.
Normandy waves from far
And
away
that I
as a
have
chipmunk.
things to show him later.
Excited mushroom blooms on top of his head.
Mhm.
Blooms?
What is Normandy? What is he can turn into the squirrel? Can bloom
He's
mushroom?
a druid! Mushroom druid.
Yeah,
They're the
that's a
best.
class. They can
Yeah.
turn into animals.
And grow mushrooms.
Oh, that's
Yes.
just flavor.
Oh, okay.
He's a spore druid, so technically
He
he
uses
uses
druid
mushrooms to
craft
infect
to
people.
Damn.
yes. If you die around him, you become a mushroom zombie.
Yep. Them cordyceps.
Because
Anyway,
he's already sprinkled you with the spores.
Mm-hmm.
um, with Wendigo and Gunnlaug, you spent the better chunk of the day either mumbling something or eating in silence. I
Same.
wouldn't say you enjoy the company of each other at the moment, more like there's a tenuous breaking of the ice.
Mm.
Do either of you go through the blood for the blood god thing for more information or nah?
Think
Uh,
good luck at least is kind of chilling for now, unless Wendigo specifically has something he wants to share and he wants to exchange to do so.
Wendigo is solemnly just munching away.
Mm.
The back seems much more lively at it, and occasionally Gunnlaug gets little snippets of. This is near. This is forward. This is acceptable.
What's new?
Can you say that again?
What's new? What is it that's new and strange?
Burn the flesh.
We're in the flesh.
I feel like good luck at this point is just like she's in here for the long haul, so she's got like she's lying down her stomach, propped up on a pillow. She's got her notebook out, and she's just making scribbles, updating like the window Wendy notes, and just like kind of, and then occasionally just ask questions, chats to the back end to Wendy, and just like this is really strange, but we're getting somewhere. This is weird,
Success.
and my
What
hand
what
hurts.
sort of questions does she have?
It'll be anything from like really serious, like what do you want to do with your life, to like, do you know it looks really strange with the kind of mouth thing on the back, and it like kind of looks like an upside down something. Like she'll just like stupid things. Whatever falls into her head. And she'll read little passages from her notebook and just like kind of settle in, I think is the idea. Gunnlaug is someone that's used to having a lot of people around her at all times and having a lot of social time all the time.
The
So she's just settling in.
the voice will, well, Wendigo is busy eating or whatever it is, the voice will reach out to her and say, "Do you really imagine this working?"
I don't see why not. I don't understand shit, but eh, I'm used to making things work.
It will regard her statement. Are you prepared to fail?
Hmm. I understand that I might. I don't really prepare for failure ever.
What do you see yourself as?
Hmm. I'm still figuring that out. I think hmm, I'm a city girl, but I kind of see myself as almost like a farmer, a grower of things. People mostly. Facilitator, perhaps. Someone that sets things up for things to other things to flourish and grow. And just I want to make change. I want to be part of making change to make things prosper.
What do you fear most?
I don't know. I think I might have to suck your blood before sharing. That is a joke, by the way.
You are more than welcome. Hmm?
I didn't catch that. Sorry.
You are more than welcome. And then Wendigo for real just sort of like, wait, what?
No. I'm I'm not sure I have it figured out enough to verbalize it. When I've figured it out, I'll tell you.
You know us more than any will. We will hold you to it.
Why do you want to know what I fear?
You can protect without knowing.
Sorry, what was that?
You cannot protect without knowing.
You want to protect me.
Hmm?
D. You want to protect me.
The voice is silent for now.
As the voice silences itself, Morgana and Dr. Bosk, you find yourself in front of this very odd door, opposite what you think is Gunnlaug's room. And both the arrows lead to this very nondescript, simple, Spartan door.
Okay, we knock.
Yes.
Wendigo will look over his current state and everything. 5
It's
minutes.
us.
5 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes. Damn.
He needs to finish his food.
Yeah, you didn't hear choking. It's like, wow. 5 minutes passes by. Wendigo, in that time, what are you doing to sort of clean yourself up, so to speak? Also, Gunnlaug, you do have a very wounded hand.
I'm assuming like she's kind of put a little bit of bandage around it. She's hasn't used magic to heal it just yet because she wants to kind of think about this for a little bit, and it's a nice little reminder that this is something to think about.
Okay. You've managed to stop the bleeding, but it didn't stop it from seeping a little bit somewhat into the bandages that you've put on yourself.
Yeah, it's fine. She don't care.
Wendigo, I'm assuming you just put on your shirt and you are back to your Deborah
Wendigo
self.
will be rolling the cleansing stone over himself while trying to like finish stuffing with his paw and put his clothes back on and everything.
I sort of imagine like a 16-year-old just eating all the pizza at the same time applying deodorant.
Yes.
It's
Accurate.
horrifying.
Wake up and like, oh no, I overslept. Leftover pizza for breakfast. Deodorant so that I don't
Deodorant.
draw flies.
With
Who opens the door?
one leg in the one pant leg,
Oh,
while the
yeah.
other one is hanging out.
It's like
Well,
this.
he pushes the trolley away before the door opens. It was empty when he found it.
Sure. The door opens and Morgana and Dr. Boss, you see good old Wendigo. And
Oh.
behind him you see Gunnlaug.
I'm lying on the floor on
Yep.
pillows with the blanket over me.
Just
I give
chilling.
little thumbs up. Are we ready for the debrief? Oh, is Valerius here or is Valerius in Pokeball?
Valerius for the moment is with his
Or busy
partner,
doing wife things? Okay.
since the human person is not here.
Yep. Okay. Um, Valerius was busy. I I told him that I'd fill him in later.
You ready? Just look at Wendigo.
Mhm.
Let's go.
I'm assuming you're making your way to Ethys's place?
Mhm.
Okay. You reach there fast enough and you knock on the door. She opens it and she is dressed as usual. She is not in a white gown with flowers in her hair that you saw for the first time at the Omni Cathedral, which is mildly shocking. She is in her slacks, mask not on at the moment. And she regards all of you and she's like, "Oh, right, come in." And she sits
Yeet
down.
enter.
You did tell us to come, right?
Right. Yeah, I wasn't sure. What time is it? And she sort of does a bit of math and she's like, "Shit. Okay, good work on making sure she didn't run. Also, kind of surprised none of you took the break things route, which is very interesting because most people would just break things. Congratulations, I guess. That means we don't have to pay for any of the rebuilding.
Huh.
You're welcome.
Many thanks. It's happened before. Anyway,
I nod.
we are moving Tozra probably tomorrow or the day after so that we can start uh, doing the trials on both sisters.
They're going to be concurrent.
Sorry, what?
They're going to be concurrent.
I think
Like they'll be happening at the same time.
yes, but not in the same room.
Oh yeah, of course.
But the faster we can do this, the less time any opposition will get to make a mess of things, get them out. I'm very afraid that their network might have plans to extract them. Because once
Ah,
Tozra leaves here, we have no control over that.
right. And that's why you wanted us to be on site.
She nods. But again, you have a few days break. I'll give you that at least. And I trust that the Raxleys have Myra under control. She is depowered in a cage, protected at all times. But you never know with these kind of organizations. Their strength goes deep based on the information that you've gathered for us. I
Much
gotta
like
ask
this one.
though, are all of you good? Like mentally okay? It's been fast. We don't usually have the newbies sort of come in and expose giant underground criminal rings that involve governments. Not in the first year.
You forgot the part about all of our families and friends being in mortal peril as well.
That comes with the territory, unfortunately.
That always happens within the first year.
Now,
It's
Wendigo, speak up. What's next?
next is you take a rest for a couple of days, and then we'll be arranging the trials. We'll have to move both sisters to a separate, undisclosed location so the public cannot interfere. Unfortunately, that means travel. I will try and make it, and I'll be including all of you in the planning process to make it as
I know.
streamlined, as short as possible.
Yes, it would be good for us to be in the know of what the plan is because some of us require a bit more time to get ready.
She nods. She brings out a map, and she goes, "This is a tribunal. And if we go to the map, it is somewhere here
Oh, map.
in Chestet. Here, she marks out.
Far north.
The X.
It's a secret area for the nobles where we hold our jurisprudence. It is away from the public so that they may not interfere.
Is it
Given
like special noble court?
in a way,
See, Gunnlaug raises one eyebrow.
Kind of sus,
Very,
but all right.
very tall.
It's
Very.
like military court.
It's a little bit like military
It's a
court. She sees
secret
the eyebrow
court for
raise.
nobility, not for the regular people. They don't get to know about it.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
do you say that out loud?
Her face says it.
Okay, she sees this and she goes, uh, we're thinking of publicizing it, but we have to have a few magic users on deck to sort of spread the word around. She is beloved by the city, unfortunately, and to a greater part, the rest of Krera. Is why she can hold such a position.
That's
What
why you
was
read
word
the
to the public?
charges.
Sorry, one by one?
Um, you can go first. Yours seems more relevant.
Sorry. That's why you read the charges and publicize the charges. And then
She looks at you and there's like a mild giggle as she takes what you just said and she goes, I have a feeling that you haven't actually tried to win the hearts and minds of the people, so to speak.
They believe what is convenient.
It's very
Just-
hard to take away what they love.
it's a hard time loving someone that smuggles people.
The people don't know that. We have to.
Tell them.
Well, again, we can tell them, but have you ever. Okay. Imagine this. Imagine we found out something about your mother and we told you. Would you believe that?
What did you find out?
It's an example.
Mm,
We have no reason to investigate your mom.
I'm just assuming you already done so.
She touches her nose. But you would be suspicious, as will the people that trust in such a religious figurehead. We have to do it in such a way where the publications is believable. We have to put it here so that hordes of angry supporters don't barge in and disrupt the trial.
Okay.
There is method to the madness. I understand that it might sound ridiculous.
Trust.
At the moment, I am 100% on for a public hanging. But I don't think people would like that. What she did,
Surprise. If you turn them, they'll be out for blood.
at the moment, no, you'll turn her into a martyr. Do you want that?
I just said if you do it correctly.
Do you know how
I
long
get
it's
it.
gonna take if you just you look? She puts her hand on her temples. She's like, right. Let's do it this way. How would you go about doing this? Humor me.
I don't know.
You're so adamant on doing it the best way. I really want to know at this point.
I don't know.
Then why the dissent?
Because the secrecy doesn't seem like the right way.
It's not secret. We're publicizing this. We're just making it in a place where we won't get swamped by thousands of
Sure.
people who love her.
And then when everyone discovers that you've had this secret place that you've been conducting your business secretly for God knows how long, they're going to trust you more.
Time out. DM to player. Everybody knows that there's like a noble tribunal thing. Like this
Okay, I
is
thought you
common
said it was
knowledge.
secret.
Location is secret.
Um,
But everybody knows like there's a tribunal for the upper echelon just for safety reasons.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I thought you meant that they'd been conducting their own little.
No. This is like every time. This has happened in history. Every time something goes on with the noble houses or has anything to do with the government, it happens here, so that the
Right.
people are effectively unable to go and swarm the place to disrupt
Sorry, I
due course of
misunderstood.
justice. Yep. But this is the first time they're actually publicizing it. Like, imagine like what how do I explain this? What Ethis wants to do is a TV trial
Yep.
instead of 2 days later the news comes out, the town crier will say, "Oh, this is what happens," and everybody will be like, "Oh, okay, I get it." Yeah.
Then we're on the same page, and I do agree.
Yeah.
And Gunnlaug agrees as well.
Okay, I'm gonna strike the
Rewind.
5 minutes prior, and then she's still walking through it, and she's like, "Right. The problem is this place doesn't have a teleportation circle because I don't know. Don't ask me. So we can't just teleport
So
there.
people can't interrupt, I'm assuming.
Your guess is as good as mine. I didn't make up the rules for that place. I not a lawyer, accountant mostly.
There's different ways of teleporting now. There's no one in Aegis.
What is main expected disruption?
We expect there's gonna be insurgency coming in to free the two sisters. Considering we have one missing brother. Well, two official missing brothers.
Hmm.
We've been
Mother?
conducting some research on their family tree, and it seems that they have a youngest brother. That seems to be out of the
Mother?
picture. Sorry?
Mother?
As you know, she looks at Morgana in particular. She is the matron of one of the more illustrious schools, the Ice Root College of Magic, and has been assisting us. I say assisting. She doesn't know this thing is going on. She just knows that her daughters are now MIA, and we have asked her questions. She has been very forthcoming. I don't trust it.
Oh.
Personally.
So she's not aware that the two daughters are here?
She's aware that her two daughters are incarcerated for crimes, but she doesn't know where specifically. Also, just FYI, she doesn't know this place exists.
Oh, okay.
Does
I think at least.
Did she know that her kids were, doing crime?
Well, you kind of do have to tell the person you want answers from that their children are in jail.
No, but did she know before you told her?
Look
was she aware?
surprised. See, that's
imagine
what I don't
Morgana,
trust.
Like, waving her hand around.
Yeah.
She's like, doing crime.
Just randomly doing
the
crime.
crimes.
Don't trust. How?
You don't have an entire, well, two siblings and a missing brother doing crime and the parent not knowing. Seems kind of suspicious. We have no leads yet. But also remember, she's an incredibly powerful woman who's lived years. I think she's
We've
been
all lived years.
many, many hundreds of years.
Yes.
She has been the matron of Ice Root. I think for the past 300 years.
Oh, damn.
You're not sick of it?
She shrugs. I would be sick of it. Why do you think I'm working here?
Wendigo speaks up. Is she free to move?
Nobody's blocked her. Nobody's given her any kind of embargo for moving, but she seems to be sticking at the college. As far as my information has gathered, she doesn't really travel that much. Tends
Are
to
you
stay where
keeping
she is.
Are you keeping tabs on her at the moment?
We are now.
Good.
Well, we began keeping tabs on her as soon as we found out about Dalmare.
Oh.
Right.
Because you know what they say, apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and we hoped the tree would be in trouble as well so we could nab her. I have a problem with people staying in power for too long. Okay? 300 years, a bit too long.
No suspicions.
Clean as a whistle. Well, I don't trust it.
Got probably
Damn.
plenty of experience covering her tracks.
She nods at you. I agree. I have no angle here. We have gone in for official business. And we have taken our statements and we have done our due diligence. But that's as far as we can do legally. But, and then she turns back to Morgana. That was your school.
Not.
Are you planning on going back in, for a visit, see your teachers?
I actually was. I was planning to speak with you on that. Did you
Brilliant.
think it would be a good idea to go back? Since you've mentioned that the matron is aware of this. What
I
did you,
don't
yeah, what
want to sway your decision that much, but I would urge you to do so.
okay. If there's no objections, otherwise I will proceed with my initial plan.
And I would bring your
Well,
team with you just in case.
Morgana looks at the rest, whether they will be okay with that.
School.
Yeah.
Center of learning.
My school.
Quaint.
It's very pretty.
Will we
It's very
need
pretty.
reason to be there, or can we just join as your hangers on?
I think I can bring you in as guests to have a look around. I'll have to check, but
The
I think
research
it shouldn't be a
assistants.
problem. Yeah, we have to go in under a different pretense anyway. We can't
Research
say
subjects, maybe. That's more my speed, I think.
we'll come up with a story and then I'll just let them know that we'll come by to use the library or something. At the same time, I want to speak with my old professors, who I believe are still around.
That sounds great. But again, you don't have to do this immediately. Take a couple of days off.
Yeah, if
And we
we're
need
gonna all go together, I think we can plan it ahead. Anybody who needs to do other things can go first. For
That'd be
example,
great.
I would like to spend more time with my kids.
She nods.
Yes, and I was
Good.
wondering actually,
Mm-hmm.
when do you think that our families would be safe to leave?
I personally would keep them here. But that is not my decision to make.
No, I get it's voluntary. Just do you have any idea when you think it might be safer?
The worst isn't over yet.
What he said.
Yes, I think we'll know when the issue is resolved.
He nods. I cannot give you a definite date. Like, right now, as far as we know, there's 2 missing brothers. And there's the matriarch unaccounted for.
And one of the brothers, well, Dalmir, might know that we were the ones that were pursuing him before, because we were definitely clocked by Immortal, at least, who worked with him.
Any news about this Immortal person?
Silence.
Not since we killed Kel.
Well, no news is good news. In a way.
I don't know
Does
with
anybody
her.
have a way to contact her?
I could try.
We can get
But,
on
I
that.
mean, sending. She sent to us. I've seen her in some sort of disguise. I don't know if that might let me do it or not.
She nods. I'm not entirely sure how this magic works. And then she takes out something similar to your necklaces, but she has it as a ring. And she starts fiddling with it in front of all of you. And she's like, I don't really know how this thing works, but you know, I imagine you have the same process.
Similar.
That's it. That is where we're gonna stop for today. It is 11:18. We will continue next week.
I have like one question for Ethis as we all leave.
Sure.
If
Oh.
like the idea is that we finish up with her here.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask her if she'd had any more information on Snorre. If she'd had time to look at it. Like I know obviously she's been super busy, but she did say she would put out some feelers.
Mm. I know where he is. I
Oh,
can put in a good word for you to go see him while you're on break if you want. But it has to be quick. Half an hour tops.
look at all these character quests.
Oh, like now, like
Anytime during your break. Anytime within these couple of days.
Wendigo does have a question too.
Mm.
Pay. Pay.
Right. Yeah, sure. You got
Well, you
the
can do that
person.
after the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's not even a question. You're gonna get paid. Definitely.
Because Wendigo would like to start spending the pay in those few days.
Yes, I
Oh, when they go said pay, I was like A, and I'm like, huh?
A. What is A and what is B? Okay. With that, yes, you're gonna get paid. The DM will send you some monies. And
Wahoo!
we will speak soon. A lot of the bookkeeping over the 2 days, I think, if it can be done offline, it will be done offline, and then I will give everybody online like a degustation, like a summary, if it doesn't have to be done. And with that, thank you so
Sounds
much for
good.
listening. Thank you guys for playing, and we will see you next week.
Bye
Alright.
bye.
Bye.